I'm going to look at 40-4, a 3 RPI. What I really like is 9-2 versus the top 25. To me, that resume looks the strongest, but right now it really is a toss-up. I mean, OU's in there. OU's in the mix. Alabama's obviously in the mix. Roll Tide to that. Texas is in the mix. I don't know. That is tough. But that resume there looks the strongest to me.
0-1 to Marley Giles.
You guys are really putting me on the spot here, too.
On the run, making the grab is Plotz, 1 down. Ship, do you have a take?
Well, I kind of agree with her. I think it's the wins versus RPI top 25 that stick out to me. The 13-4, the 9-2, the 13-6. But also, I feel like there's just so many games left to play at this point in time. Anything could happen. We've seen that in softball all year long. Anything could happen. I think everybody at this point is still in the race.
Well, and you have to look, too, at what the schedules especially in the SEC, you have to look at what their schedule is these last few weekends, right? Some big series that are coming up. OU's playing a really tough series against Arkansas this weekend. Texas still has some tests.
Alabama going to Tennessee, facing some of the best arms in the nation as well.
Sign me up for that. Get your popcorn ready for that one.
Oh, yeah, that'll be a good one.
That'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday next weekend. Kentucky closes out their conference slate against Texas next week, and then they've got that bye week before the SEC tournament.
And they've had just the gauntlet of an SEC schedule. It seems like, with the rotation of who you play every year, it seems like Kentucky has just been handed quite possibly the hardest SEC schedule that they could have possibly gotten handed to them. So.
And here's exactly what we were talking about for the Wildcats. I mean, you start at Auburn and then look at that run.
You guys, I said this on Rally Cap last week. This may be the toughest conference schedule I have ever laid my eyes on in 20 years of softball being involved in the game.
Hindigas got the call on Jenny Young to load up the count. Here's another look.
And this one may just catch the outside corner, but I really do like the frame by Emmert behind the dish. I think she sold it for them. That's a good job by the catcher.
Now another payoff from Hindigas. Stopped at second. The throw won't be in time. Jenny Young can't stay off base this weekend.
Jenny Young continuing to swing a hot bat. She puts it in play super hard on this one, and it's just a really tough play. If you're Allie Blum over there at second base, kind of dive for it a little bit, and Jenny Young still has some speed and a good job of putting the ball in play after a questionable call as well by the umpire.
You want the hit, you don't want the walk, though, right?
Hitter's hit,
There you go.
I'll tell you what, a hitter who's hitting is at the plate right now, the All-American Audrey Vandegrift. Jenny Young has been red hot of late. Haley, I'm curious what you like about Audrey's game, because in a lot of ways, as she lays it down, the throw to first won't be in time. A lot of similarities between the way you played and the way Vandegrift plays, and there's the speed right there to reach.
Look, if you had me here for the next 7 innings, I could talk about how much I love Audrey Vandegrift. It's just electric. Every time she steps on the ball field, it's lights out speed. Every single time she steps on the field, and we're going to get a close look at that. I don't know if the foot's on the base or not, but the fact that this play is even close is just a testament to her overall athleticism, her speed, what she does for this team, and being a spark. She's a special talent and special player.
It looks like, I believe they called Vandegrift for being out of the box. And so she's going to have to come back. Kayla Bro is incensed, and Patrick Murphy is coming to ask home plate umpire Tatum Stolting for an explanation.
We'll take a look here at her feet. It does seem to be like she did step out of the box on that one. You'll see that back foot stepping over the line towards the plate. I do think that's the right call.
So everyone goes back. Sophomore out of Bogart, Georgia, Vandegrift. We talked about it. Outstanding in game one, 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs and the game-ending 3-run homer. That's looped and caught Clark lays out it short. The infield is showing out here in the second inning.
What is up?
Maddie Clark, she gets
Yeah,
such
I'm
a
just
good
throwing the
jump on
game
it.
up
She
while
knows
I'm
she's
at
gonna
work,
go
doing a little
behind
work
third
and
base
watching a
in
little
full
softball. So I'm going to
extension,
come in and out.
laying But what I also love is she gets up quick, knowing
I
that
don't know
there's
if y'all
another
can
runner
hear me
on,
or
and
not,
she's
but
ready
I'm
for
going
the
to come
next
in and
guy.
out. As soon as I finish
That was
writing
like
a
you
couple
out
of
in the
quotes, I'll
outfield,
jump
Haley.
back in and
I'm complimenting infielders a lot as
we
you
can
guys are having me
chat
on the broadcast.
see what's up. But y'all enjoy the game
We'll
for
try
now.
for third. Chaos reigning in the second, and Alabama.
Yeah,
has a
Paula,
run
it's
60 feet
rainy and
away.
shitty here
Jenna
too.
Young continuing to put
So, good for
pressure
you,
on
man.
the defense. This is a bit of a low throw, but I do think the shortstop could have made that play. But Jenna Young heads up, notices the ball, gets back immediately with the pop-up slide, and continues to third base.
And a 1-0 count on the
David,
freshman
good to see you,
from
man.
Florida, Anna Roman, and now Rachel Lawson.
I'll be back here in
will
just
come
a
out that
second.
board
Y'all
with
enjoy the
Hindicus.
game. I'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes.
You know, and I think this is a good move by Rachel Lawson. You can feel the Rhodes house starting to heat up a little bit. The crowd's getting into it. And she talked about being able to understand these big moments and being able to calm down. So I think for her, this is a good moment. Take a breath with her team, calm it down a little bit.
I don't think we realize how young Kentucky is, right? Their schedule is what it is. They've had a gauntlet. We know that. But for them to have this schedule with this young of a team, with so many defensive players and new positions, they're just trying to figure it out. And then you put them in this environment right now. Great move. I agree. Great move by Rachel Lawson to go out there. Just settle everybody down. Try to get out of this inning.
Rachel Lawson in her 19th year in Lexington, trying to help those youngsters. She's got a senior in the circle against the freshman Roman.
And what an opportunity for those freshmen, as you mentioned, because it's not just about this moment, this game, this season. For the freshmen, they've got more years to come. So you'll be able to build that experience, feel those butterflies now, feel that anxiety, that, what if feeling. That way, when you're experienced and you get through it and you're a senior, you're like, okay, been there, done that.
Beautiful change, 2-2.
That's a nasty pitch. I feel Anna Roman right now. That changeup is just electric. It has been all season. And that's one of the things too, Allie, you can probably attest to this, is the ability to see the off speed and hit the off speed, I feel like is what separates good from great, especially in this conference. But the younger of a hitter you are, it's just so tough to see elite electric changeups like that.
See if Hindicus goes back. That's a fair ball, and Hamilton will step on the bag to retire the side. Runner left stranded at third. Haley McClenny, thank you so much for stopping by.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Coming up next, we'll have another special guest in the booth, another four-time All-American, Montana Fouts, will come and hang out with Allie Shipman and myself as we continue Game 2 between Alabama and Kentucky here in Tuscaloosa.
There isn't one thing that makes the SEC special. There are a million different things. The students, the legends, the fans, the passions, the traditions. And when it all comes together, it just means more.
Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA, Northern California, where the girls are warm. To hear my sweet baby say, keep on rocking me, baby.
The Kia Sportage X Pro, now with all-wheel drive terrain mode. Kia, movement that inspires.
Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Or are we dancer?
Tuscaloosa after 2 innings. Kentucky coming up trying to get on the board against Vic Moten. And we're back here at Rhodes Stadium with another special guest. You see her on the wall right there, and she's in the booth with us here at Rhodes. Gray Robertson, Allie Shipman, and the 4-time All-American Montana Founts.
Thank you guys so much for having me. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else, especially without Allie. Thank you guys so much. So grateful to be back here.
Oh, yeah, we're very excited to pick your brain about a lot of different things because you did something really special the last time you were on this field. But I wanted to first ask about Alumni Weekend, the 30th anniversary, getting to come back and see so many faces that you played with, many who graduated before you. How much have you enjoyed that?
It's just so cool to come back to this environment where softball is continuously growing. What Murph has built has been fabulous, but just being able to be out there, be with people that I grew up watching, former teammates, and then getting to watch them absolutely crush it out here. So what a blessing to be here.
And the pitching staff for Alabama this year has been absolutely electric under Coach Lance McMahon, and you were able to pitch under him for a year. What's it like being in the bullpen with him?
Just awesome. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but in the morning, if he's not helping me in the bullpen, then we're going to have some issues. But the pitching staff has just been great. I mean, defense all the way around. We've been here for like 30 minutes, and I've already seen incredible plays. They look awesome in the circle, so what more could you ask for?
Reagan Oni at the plate against Vic Moten, who's just now reached 20 pitches. And a strikeout for the freshman, Moten second. I'm curious, Montana, Vic Moten at the start of the year was putting up numbers very similar to what you were delivering as a freshman. How much have you enjoyed watching her start her college career at Alabama?
Just awesome. I mean, her confidence on the mound is huge, and I know that just plays such a big role in it, and I know the defense probably loves playing behind her, so just love what she's embodying out there.
Another play on the infield by Ambry Taylor, 2 down.
And Vic Moten continues to do just that. She's confident. She's pounding the zone, throwing a ton of strikes. She went with that drop ball back-to-back, one for a strikeout and then another one for a ground ball out.
Now the 9-hitter, Emery Donaldson. First pitch fouled off. You have any fun stories about my broadcast partner you can talk about on the air?
Oh, goodness. So many. Too many to count.
I know. I was curious about your thought process going into an at-bat pitch calling. I know we've talked about it a couple times, but now that you're in the professional scene, when you get on the mound and you see a batter step in, what kind of goes through your head?
I feel like the older that I get, the more you realize like that is just such an art of pitch calling and what you would call, when you would call, what you're feeling. And that's what I think is so awesome. I mean, about you especially, just and honestly it just depends on the vibes, what the hitter's looking like, when what you're feeling. So obviously they're feeling pretty good.
We were pretty feel-based in our pitch calling.
Very feel-based.
I'd say it worked out.
Yes, film is important, but you got to go with what the game gives you, what the batters are doing in game, because you never know. You can watch all the film in the world, and then when you actually get in there to play, it could be a little different.
So many times I can recall us being like, this is the plan. And then we get out there and you go to the plan. And I'm like, nope, let's switch it up.
Shake it off.
Time blue.
And you hated timeouts as well.
Yes.
Donaldson out towards center. Vandegrift will make the grab. Another clean inning for the freshman. Montana, you'll stay another half inning?
I'm here. Let's do it.
Love it. We go to the bottom of the third, still scoreless in Tuscaloosa. Scoreless here in Tuscaloosa, knotted up at 0 between Alabama and Kentucky. As we go to the bottom of the third, 8-9-1 due up for the Crimson Tide. And we welcome you back to the booth here at Rhodes. Gray Robertson, Allie Shipman, Montana Fouts is with us, the 4-time All-American, and 2021 SEC Pitcher of the Year. And so we thought, Montana, we would have you look at some of the candidates for this season because it's really an interesting race. You could argue one of the most wide open that we've seen. And Jocelyn Brisky, Keegan Rothrock, Carlin Pickens, and Randy Rolling have put together very compelling cases.
And I think when you're looking at this, correct me if I'm wrong, Montana, what are some big things that you're looking for when you're, trying to pick out an SEC Pitcher of the Year? Is it wins and losses? Is it ERA? Strikeout to walk record? What are you looking at?
Honestly, probably just all of the above and how consistent you can be with each of those. And in the book, big moments especially. It's a great list. I mean, just competitors all the way around.
Yeah, Jocelyn Brisky, you see her right there. What have you liked about the way that she's thrown this year and really grown since her sophomore season?
I love that she is hitting the high and the low in her off speed. I mean, that is so dangerous and something that all pitchers really strive for. Just being able to have different parts in the strike zone that you're really successful at. And she's just been killing it all year long. And I love how consistent she is when she's out there. She looks strong, confident. So I'm really proud of her.
Salem Hawkins fouls off the 2-1, 2-2.
And Brisky continues to just get better and better and better. And like we talked about earlier, I think that just goes to show how strong Coach Lance McMahon is in the bullpen, developing pitches, not just, working on this or that. He develops drop balls. He develops spin.
Good piece of hitting by Hawkins. Leadoff single here in the third.
And you can really tell that she's just been convicted in that plan with him. I feel like every interview I've seen or heard her talk about it, she's just like, Coach Lance has been really helping develop, and she's been tackling it.
Well, the Alabama offense trying to make a statement here in the third inning. Lauren Johnson will step in, getting the start today, the junior out of Franklin, Tennessee. See if she tries to lay something down.
And fun fact, former teammate of ourselves, Jenna Johnson, is Lauren Johnson's big sister. So it really does feel like a full circle
It
family
really does.
moment.
She
in the
was
booth.
in left field and she started running off and I was like, is that Jenna? I love it.
They do look very similar with their playing style and their antics.
The hustle.
The hustle.
Jenna was looking very intensely on her little sister's at bat. And that was a called strike, and I'm not sure if Johnson or Patrick Murphy know if it was because of a spot or because Johnson went too far around on the bunt attempt.
I feel like as a big sister, this has got to be kind of a stressful moment.
You wouldn't know anything about that feeling with the big sister, would you?
My sister did say she got more nervous watching me play than she did actually playing herself. So I kind of secondhand feel for Jenna Johnson out there right now.
1-2 from Hindigas. Smoke to left, and moving over is Oni to make the grab. Hawkins has to hightail it to first. One gone.
This may not have been the result that Lauren Johnson wanted, but what she did was she learned from the at-bats ahead of her, and she got that changeup in that had been striking out her teammates before. She stayed behind it, got underneath it, and put really good barrel on that ball. You'll see it down in the zone, but a little bit in, so she stays in her legs. It's a great example of learning from your teammates ahead of you, being able to pay attention. Even when you're not actively in the game at that moment, you can learn so much just from being in the dugout.
Alexis Papillo flew out in the first inning. All right, so Montana, we've got to talk about the last time you played on this field, winning the AUSL championship with the Talons. You're now the Salt Lake City, Utah Talons coming up this year, but how much did you enjoy getting to be back at Rhodes to win that title this past summer?
It was just surreal, just having something so new and so awesome in the pro league and being able to bring them to my favorite place ever to play softball. I just think was really cool for them to be out on the dirt, be in the locker room, just kind of see what Alabama softball is all about. I mean, getting to answer all the questions, it was great. Fans showed up, showed out, so I couldn't have asked for anything better.
And as we continue to see the sport grow, what have you seen and been able to kind of look for in the AUSL that's been special as it continues to invest in softball?
Just so competitive. I really believe anytime that you turn on the TV, you go to a game, you're like, oh my goodness, these women can play. So I just really feel like anybody that can get their hands on her are involved. They're like, this is it, this is the new thing, and just keep rolling with it. College softball is doing a great job of really propelling that also.
Infield pop-up caught by Hindigas, and Papillo is retired again here this weekend. Now 2 gone for Brooke Wells. You got a pretty spectacular pitching staff around you, too, for the talents. That is quite a group with Megan Faramo, Georgina Korek. I mean, stacked in the circle.
It's such a great time. I mean, obviously being out there and you can really just pick and choose just because it's so much fun being in the circle with all of them. But my favorite part is just being in the bullpen for practices. I mean, if I'm feeling something, you've got the best eyes in the world just standing right behind you saying, hey, why don't you try this? It's like, yes, ma'am, I will. So just all the way around awesome.
And we've talked about that communication piece before on, multiple occasions, not just in the bullpen, but as hitters too. I think that's something so special when you get a group of phenomenal, talented hitters like that in one spot. You can learn from each other, talk through your at-bats, talk through plans, and same thing with the pitchers.
Brooke Wells struck out looking her first time up. 2 gone in the inning as Hindigas continues to dance out of danger.
And I think what's really special for Hindigas today is that changeup is very on. It's working through the strike zone. It's got great downward movement. And as a pitcher, Montana, how special is it to be able to go to a pitch that's working like that changeup is today?
Really just having that much confidence in it to throw in any count at all levels in the zone is huge, especially when you're facing a team and an offense like Alabama where, they're going to be on time. So being able to put that ball where you want it at a different speed is huge.
Another full count that Hindigas will face. She's won a lot of them. This time she loses Wells. 2 on, 2 out for the freshman Ambry Taylor.
Another great at bat by Brooke Wells. You can tell she's sitting a pitch, waiting in her zone. She was careful with those changeups. And now an opportunity here for Alabama with freshman Ambry Taylor, who's been swinging that bat pretty well as of recently.
Struck out looking earlier, but that was another full count moment. That's fouled away. Last night, Montana, the ceremony was held here at Rhodes honoring Patrick Murphy winning 500 SEC games. How much has your former head coach meant to you, not just in your recruitment and in college, but beyond?
I don't even have the words. He just embodies everything that he really tries to instill in us each and every day that you're here, but then beyond that too. Once you graduate, the love doesn't stop. So it's fully known and fully loved is what we like to say, and I think that he does a great job showing that.
That's what Alabama's done under Coach Murphy in his 28 years as head coach. On staff for the other 2. That national title in 2012, 15 trips to the Women's College World Series, 19 trips to Supers. And on Morgan Wallen Day, I asked him what was his first concert. He said, Huey Lewis and the News in Las Cruces, New Mexico.
That feels very on brand for Coach Murphy, I feel like.
Absolutely.
I like that for him. Montana, what was your first concert?
My first concert, I believe, was in Tuscaloosa. I think it was Zach Brown Band, my freshman year of college.
There you go.
Oh, sick nasty from Hindigas. Another changeup for a called strike 3. Montana, thank you so much for taking some time with us. Great to see you.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for having me. Roll Tide.
That's Montana Fouts. We go to the 4th inning, still tied up at 0 here in game 2.
What is up? What is up? How's everybody doing? We actually got, we got 16 of y'all up in here. We got 8 on X and 8 on YouTube. Not bad for a Saturday afternoon. Who do we have? Actually, we've got 6 on that. Excuse me. Who do we have? Where y'all from? Are the people on X? Are y'all real or are y'all just Twitter bots? I'm still not convinced. Other than Derek and Eyeballs over there on X, I'm not sure that you guys are real. Are y'all a bunch of Twitter bots? Is that what's going on here? The Twitterverse or X? The X is supposed to be so much cooler. Whatever. All right, we got 17 in here now. Uh-oh, watch out. 9 on YouTube and 8 on X. Still don't believe you X folks are real. Then again, we only got David and Paula talking on YouTube, so maybe y'all are all bots. I don't know. David, how you doing today, brother? What you got going on Saturday other than watching a little softball on the Outlaw Sports Network? What you got going on today? All right, we'll take you right back to the Alabama-Kentucky game. By the way, Kentucky, man, not the record, not indicative of this team. They're a scrappy team. They just keep getting their asses kicked. They keep losing, but man, they play good teams pretty tough. So it surprises me that their record's not a little bit better. Poor old Kentucky. Poor Kentucky. Not even good at basketball for the time being. All right. I'll be back. Enjoy the
Three-row SUV.
What's up? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? We don't have any Outlaw Posse members in the house today watching the game. Looks like we've got 20 folks up in here right now, 9 on YouTube and 11 on X. Leave us a comment. Let us know you're not a bot. I'm still not convinced you're not all bots, which is kind of nice. I can say whatever the hell I want. Oh, what's up? Michael Sursa's in the house. What's up, Mike? I'm actually at work, as you can see, and I decided what the F. I'll put the game up while I'm doing a little working. And if everybody wants to watch the game, watch the game. Have some fun. I've been dropping out during the game, Michael, and trying to do a little work while the game is on and coming back during the commercial. So I will be back here shortly, man. I hope you're still around when I come back in the commercial, brother. How did it go? How was it, Mike?
Middle of the order due up for the Wildcats, starting off with Carissa Hamilton.
Give me your report, brother, on the spring game. I am Sooner. What is up? I'm doing a little work at the store. I said, F it. Why not just throw the game up? If any of the Outlaw Posse comes in here, I'm going to drop out while the game is going on and come back during the commercial. It went real good. Oh, nice. Did they run Hatton a lot, Michael? Who were the backs that got the bulk of the action today? Did Hatton and that other freshman? I can't remember his last name. I think it starts with a Z. I know Xavier's out, right? So I don't think Xavier ran today.
And also making the routine plays as well.
Give me your report on which running backs you heard.
With relative ease and another one pitch out collected by Moten.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
This is a good example of what you talked about.
I love it.
About the pitch count difference.
That's awesome. Satania is a beast.
Successful in their own way.
Satania is a beast, and we might have a couple of more beasts on that lineup now too. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Was the defense okay? I mean, we got a lot of our stars that are out right now.
And the hit she gave up was on the first pitch too, so a lot of speedy ABs.
Hatton had 80 yards. Nice.
Oni, the Troy transfer, sophomore out of Mount Sterling, Kentucky.
All right, that sounds pretty good, man. Hey, how you doing?
Yesterday went all out in the outfield, ran into the wall trying to rob a Marley Giles home run. Really good to see her back and healthy in the lineup for Kentucky.
And she's been outstanding in the last 8 games. Look at that batting average, helped out by a 4-for-4 outing earlier this week against Northern Kentucky.
And you love the 7 RBIs in the last 8 games. I think as a hitter, something that you can strive for is an RBI a game. Can I be productive every single game that I go out there? And the ticket to winning is scoring runs. So I think as a hitter, we look at a bunch of different stats, but when I look at a stat line, I'm looking for that RBI production. To me, that is a really crucial stat.
First 3 ball count for Moten today. This is in play. Giles to first. Side retired. Good reacts by the Alabama catcher. And we go to the bottom of the 5th, still scoreless.
Sweet baby say, keep on
Kia Sportage.
Strike zone today, like we talked about, they're a very patient team in their own respect as well. And Hendigas is really.
Why are people so crazy, man? Why?
You have to change up your plan.
Just had a couple of walk-in customers that are just out of their effing minds,
You
man.
don't really want to swing at.
And on the flip
What
side,
is
if you're
up?
Henniges, you keep attacking that
The
side
one
until you make the
Bowden.
adjustment, right?
Absolutely. And I
What
think you
up?
start to push it a little bit.
The one
Push even
Bowden?
further out. Push even further down in the zone and see if you can get him to chase.
Yeah, OU plays at 7 o'clock tonight.
And this is what Alabama offensively has done all
OU
year.
plays
Top
at
15
7
in the
o'clock.
country in home runs and slugging. OBP is strong. More walks than strikeouts entering today.
And all credit to Sarah Hendigas, especially with that changeup today. It has just looked absolutely beautiful. Like we said, she's nibbling the corners. It'll be interesting to see how she continues to expand the zone, though, knowing that she's getting those pitches on the outer half.
Roman swung and missed. Emmert will have to hurry. And the throw to first will finish off the strikeout. One gone.
This is a perfect example of expanding the zone down. She knows that she's been getting this pitch for a strike. So what is she going to do? She's going to put it in the dirt, see if she can get Anna Roman to swing, which is exactly what she does. And then, of course, you've got Emmert behind the dish, making a great block, popping up, and throwing her out.
So on Hawkins, singled earlier. Six strikeouts for Hendigas. And a 1-1 count on Hawkins now.
I think as a hitter, there's a fine line between waiting for your pitch and being passive, right? I think you have to be aggressively selective. So when you see something inside the zone, you are ready to attack. And if it's not there, it's not there. But I would like to see the Alabama offense taking more aggressive takes, being more committed to their take. They look a little unsure with what they want to swing at right now and what their plan is.
Hawkins pops this up. Clark will settle, 2 away.
Hendigas doing another great job throwing this ball down in the zone. Hawkins tries to get underneath it, misses out in front a little bit, and that leads to that towering infield pop-up. Maddie Clark underneath it, no problem.
Jenna Johnson due up, or I beg your pardon. Whoops, there's
There's Jenna
Johnson,
Johnson.
the older sister, Lauren Johnson, due up.
I could see how that would get confusing.
It's the first time I've done it all year.
That one's Jenna, and then the one hitting right now is Lauren.
And there's Lauren's face.
There's Lauren's face. I got to get one of those. That's pretty cool.
We'll get an Allie Shipman one made. Strike one from Hindegis. Lauren Johnson, a well-hit fly out to left back in the third.
And it was on that changeup that has been so special for Hindegis. Has to give you a little bit of confidence if you're Lauren Johnson. That is just such a great spot right there. And as a hitter, that's a tough pitch to hit. And if you're getting that as a strike, you stay there, continue to hit that spot low and away. That's one of the toughest pitches. Hindegis doing a really good job.
Two is jammed out to right, and Lauren Johnson turns the lineup over with a 2-out single.
And if you're Alabama, I think this is the change that you're looking to see. You'll see sister there, Jenna Johnson, filming. But Lauren Johnson, is this the perfect pitch, and is she perfectly on time? No, but she takes a committed hack at this ball, and she takes a hard swing. So even though she's jammed, she can push something into the outfield for a base hit.
First hit for Johnson in conference play since the opening SEC matchup at Ole Miss. And now Papillo, who has been quiet in this series, 0 for 2 today and hitless against Kentucky, 0 for 6.
The Kentucky pitching staff doing a really good job of hitting spots when Papillo is up, knowing that she has such a hot bat. She has a lot of power. And so hitting your spots and continuing your movement through the zone is really crucial when you're facing a hitter like Papillo.
Smoked! Slumping no more! Papillo hit it out! First hit of the weekend comes in style, 2-0 Alabama.
What a fun moment for Alexis Papillo. You're going to see her go down in the zone with this drop ball, gets her barrel underneath. Look at the tilt that she has in her shoulders. Beautiful swing on that low pitch. And then what I love is that she's rounding the bag. She's pointing out to the alumni in the alumni deck out there, giving all the glory to the people that paved the way before her. An incredible moment for Alexis Papillo.
Home run number 14 for the senior. And on a weekend where she wasn't just hitless, they'd been, frankly, a lot of quiet outs. She makes the adjustment and gets the Tide on the board in game 2.
And we were just talking about how important pitch placement is on Alexis Papillo because she's a hitter that adjusts well. And so she swung and missed on that changeup earlier in the bat, or in the at-bat, excuse me. Then they go to that drop ball in a similar place, but she is on time and ready for that pitch.
And now another big bopper in the Tide order. Brooke Wells. A strikeout looking in the first, a walk in the third for the sophomore. 19 home runs on the season.
Another really dangerous hitter. And having them back-to-back, Alexis Papillo and Brooke Wells, is so special for the Alabama lineup and so difficult to pitch to if you're an opposing pitching staff. they kind of protect each other in a way. If you pitch around one, you have to deal with the other and vice versa. So it's something really unique to have two hitters back to back like Brooke Wells and Alexis Papillo.
Pendigas being careful, trying to nibble those edges.
I do love the effort on the frame back there by Emmert. She's in basically a full knee down split stance.
Strike called, full count.
We'll take a look here. This is a curveball. Maybe just hits the inner half.
That's definitely high, and Wells will trot down to first with the 2-out walk. As we've seen a good bit from Alabama this season, Patrick Murphy will lift Wells for a pinch runner. Senior Kinley Pate out of Northport, Alabama. And we'll see if Alabama decides to put Pate in motion. She had a stolen base last night and is currently sitting at 7 for 7 in swipes this year, with Ambry Taylor about to step in.
And, you know, if you're Coach Patrick Murphy, you saw Emmert's throwdown earlier in the game. It was on line, but a little bit low and a little bit late. And so, you know, you look at things like that. You look at in-between inning throwdowns and see if you have a shot at sending your runner.
Tough day so far for the freshman Ambry Taylor. A couple strikeouts, both looking. Just foul. Patrick Murphy wanted it. 1-1. Ambry Taylor, 9 home runs on the year, trying to become, at some point, the 4th tied batter to hit double digits. 3 of those 4 are new to the team this year. Alexis Papillo in her 2nd season in Tuscaloosa after transferring in from Northern Iowa. A shot caught by Sleeman. Hard hit, but great defense again. And that'll end the inning. But Papillo gets Alabama on the board.
Papillo gets Alabama out of their slump. She goes down in the zone to get this drop ball, stays in her legs. She is pumped about it, giving the glory to the alumni in the outer deck. Kentucky will look to respond when we come back.
All right, Alabama gets on the board. What do y'all think? Crimson Nation's rising up. Papillo, one of their better hitters. I think Papillo might actually lead the team in home runs. If I go back and look at the home run total, I'm pretty sure Papillo stands at the top of that mountain, of the home run mountain in Alabama. Tuscaloosa, if you will. I don't know why all of a sudden there we go. So anyway, let's see. I'm not terribly surprised Alabama took the lead here, but once again, like I was talking about earlier, scrappy little Kentucky. Scrappy little Kentucky. What's up, Hef? What are you doing, man? Hef, I'm at the store, as you can see, and nobody's here because it's raining. So I said, F it. I put the game on, and look what's happened. I'm talking to Hef and Michael Sursa and I Am Sooner while I'm at work. Pretty good deal for me. Pretty good deal for Killer Breeze. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I can't wait to get the information on that spring game, man. Now you really got my interest piqued, Michael. You got my interest piqued, my friend. Hef, what you got going on today on Saturday, man? It's a beautiful Saturday in California because it sucks here in Texas. I'm going to tell you that. Not good in Texas, man. Crepe. Crepe. The weather is classified as crepe. Just total crap. All right, let's get y'all back to the game.
Since they've had so many injuries, if it's that fatigue aspect, as you get later into the game, you start to get a little bit more tired. But now they're starting to get some of their pitchers back from injuries, starting to feel a little bit better. And besides the home run to Alexis Papillo, I feel like the Kentucky pitching staff has done a really good job.
And we still have not seen Mackenzie Oslanzi, the Eastern Illinois transfer. Hinigas has gone the whole way so far today. Moten's gone the full way for Alabama, and now that foul ball makes it 2-1 on Ella Emmert.
Vic Moten only 51 pitches today. She's been very effective and very efficient through the zone.
Emmert back up the middle. Leadoff single for the Wildcats, second hit today. And the tying run will come to the plate.
And I think Vic Moten just leaves this drop ball a little bit high in the zone. She's able to get her barrel there, stopping kind of at extension like we talked about with Plotz earlier, but Emmert there going to the same thing results in a base hit up the middle.
Pinch runner is the freshman Katie Hershey. And Lance McMahon out having a word with Moten. First time that we've seen the leadoff reach for the Wildcats here in this game.
This is a great opportunity if you're Kentucky. Lead off on. No. This sport is a lot about momentum and energy, especially when you come into a stadium like the Rhodes House that provides a lot of energy. So how can you get the energy back for yourself? And that's a good way to start it.
9-hitter Emery Donaldson bunts it foul. Do you like the play with Sleeman waiting on deck?
Yes, I think so, especially with how low scoring this game is. Every run is going to matter. Getting her into scoring position for Sleeman, it's a really good play call.
Glad that you're with us here in Tuscaloosa. A beautiful day that's become more cloudy as things have progressed. Gray Robertson and Allie Shipman in the booth. It was downright hot earlier today, but more cloud cover. There's rain expected tonight during the Morgan Wallen concert.
And I didn't pack a jacket.
It's a tough one, partner.
Should have looked at the weather.
Two-two. Donaldson bloops it to left. 2 on, nobody out for the top of the Wildcat order here in the 6th.
Donaldson not trying to do too much here, knowing that she had missed those sack bunt opportunities earlier in the at-bat, is jammed on this pitch, but takes a committed cut. Once again, when you swing hard, good things happen. Bloops this one in for a single, and honestly, in her mind, that's better than that sack bunt would have been as well.
And here's the Wildcat home run leader, Carly Sleeman. 0 for 2 today, but 13 bombs on the year. Hitting .389 this season with runners in scoring position. And she is up the power game the back half of the season. 11 home runs in the last 24 games. 6 home runs against ranked teams this year.
And that's what I was just about to say. What's even more impressive is because of the SEC schedule that Kentucky has played, her being able to put up those home run numbers, they aren't just off anybody. Those are off top pitching staffs, top teams. So it just goes to show how good Sleeman is.
Got her. A stomp from Moten after her 4th strikeout.
Vic Moten going up in the zone with this rise ball. You see the movement. That thing climbs at least a foot up in the zone, gets Sleeman to miss underneath. Really, really phenomenal pitch by Vic Moten.
Big chance, though. Allie Blum's been Kentucky's best hitter in the series. 2 for 3 last night, 1 for 2 here in game 2. That's through the right side. Hershey will round third. Pruitt comes up throwing, and Kentucky is on the board with a response in the 6th.
Once again, the Kentucky hitters not trying to do too much. Allie Blum gets on top of this rise ball and smokes it towards Brooke Wells at first base. A really, really good piece of hitting on getting on top of that up pitch, learning from the at-bat before her, ends up scoring a run.
Tying run is at third for the Wildcats. And the day is done for now for the freshman Moten. Patrick Murphy will turn to the junior Jocelyn Brisky. We'll tell you more about her on the other side. 2-1 Alabama in the 6th.
To test the toughness of the 3-row Kia Sorento X Pro and the Kia Sorento Turbo Hybrid, we recreated some of.
All right. We got a good ball game going on here, don't we? Looks like Hef and I, good minds think alike. The lighting is terrible in here. I don't know what's going on with the lighting. Hef, what you got going on today, man? Just chilling out in Alabama? Just chilling in Alabama. What am I thinking? You're in California. California. But it's not really California because most of the state ain't commies. You driving to the high desert. Are you going to make a trip to the Joshua Tree? Where you headed? Or is it Coachella? Russell Neese, are you going to Coachella? Isn't Coachella going on right now? No, the Kentucky batters are not intimidated. Close to the Joshua Tree or close to Coachella? Or this will show you my naivete. Are both the Joshua Tree and Coachella in the same spot? I have no idea. No idea. When I was cooler, I would have known a lot more about Coachella, but I'm a dork now. So what are you going to do? There's my girl, Jocelyn Brisky. Frisky Brisky's in the house. God, how beautiful is that girl? Wow.
Max hitters goes right at them.
Tying run on third for Peyton Plotz. For 2 day for the Kentucky 3-hitter. Blum just had the RBI single. Donaldson waits on third, trying to tie up this game. There's the change. Runner goes, and Giles will let Blum take off.
That's a good decision there by Marley Giles, knowing that that's a changeup. The runner already has a few steps ahead. Good pump fake there, good decision making.
Peyton Plotz, the Lexington, Kentucky native. A base hit would likely give the Wildcats the lead. That's going to drift in towards the bullpen.
I really like the pitch sequence that Coach Lance McMahon has gone to. Change up, drop, then rise in the zone. We'll see where they go next.
Too far outside.
And I think this is the right call. You see that over on the outer edge of the dish. I think if you're Marley Giles, the only other thing to do is be a little bit earlier with your frame, get around it a little bit more.
That's going to be foul.
Dude.
And it wasn't called foul early enough. There was a collision at the plate. And Donaldson and Giles will head back to their respective spots.
Just a little bit of confusion on the infield as to if that was fair or foul. Like you said, it was called a little bit late. And so you're taught to finish out the play, but there was a little bit of hesitation there by Ambry Taylor because she wasn't sure. She thought it was a foul ball, but then the play continued. Marley Giles caught off guard and then just a little bit of a collision there.
It wasn't called until after the collision. And now a full count for Plotz. Second and third, one out. The payoff. Foul again. This is great fight from the junior Peyton Plotz, trying to get the big swing for the Kentucky Wildcats. The battle rages on.
This is a really good at bat by Peyton Plotz. And she's keeping her demeanor nice and calm and even though there's been a few interesting things happen this at bat, she's staying locked in, staying calm.
Another foul ball. Well, the tension is ratcheting up with every pitch of this risky Plotz battle. Another 3-2. On the ground through the right side. Donaldson scores. Blum heads for home and Kentucky leads. Wildcats with a 3 spot to grab the lead in the 6th inning.
Peyton Plotz just continued to battle in this at bat. So when she gets that drop ball that's a little bit elevated in the zone, she is ready for it. Hammers this ball through the 3-4 hole and just not enough on that throw to get her at the dish. But then Marley Giles, a little bit of a slip up behind the dish, and Peyton Plotz finds herself at second base.
And now a great chance for Abby Hammond, who's 0 for 2.
Oh.
Well, we showed the graphic. Kentucky had only scored 4 runs in the 6th in conference play all year, 3 today against number 2 Alabama. Abby Hammond, the freshman, 2-time Kentucky Gatorade Player of the Year, 4-time 2A Player of the Year in high school. To short, Hawkins will not make the throw. 2 down.
Abby Hammond squared this ball up really well. It just happens to go right at Hawkins. If you're Kentucky, that might not be the outcome that you wanted, but it's something that you can continue to take the momentum on with you. Another hard hit ball. You can pass that information down to the next batter after you. It's a good piece of hitting there.
What's been the biggest difference offensively for Kentucky in this inning? Because even the outs, as you just talked about, have been squared up much better against multiple pitchers.
I think they just look a lot more sure in the swings that they're taking, and they're willing to fight some things off. You're seeing a lot more foul balls, a lot more swings earlier in the count. You can learn a lot from a swing, whether you swing and miss, you foul it off, you hit it. You can learn a lot about timing where your bat path needs to be, what your posture needs to look like. And so they're doing a good job of adjusting from pitch to pitch.
Idiot.
Runner still on second. Carissa Hamilton. Go for 2 day for one of the best hitters in this lineup. Hitting .475 with runners in scoring position. In the air towards center field. Bit of a run for Vandegrift.
All right, Bama gets out of that.
Puts up 3. And
Bama gets out of that without too much damage. Let's take a look at something here. You know, I just thought about something. I just thought about something. All right. Okay, let's see. Nope. Nice. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. All right, so what do we think? Is Alabama going to come back? I have full faith and confidence that the Crimson Tide is not going down to the Wildcats today. No chance. So that means get your shit together, Alabama. You don't want to know, Russell. You don't want to know. But I'll say this. When I checked up on it, it was good. We're good. You know, man, if I give away too many things, you know, y'all aren't going to see me as the pristine angel that you see before you now. The upstanding pillar of the community, Russell. That's what you see. But if I tell you all what's running inside here, you may never talk to me again. So Crimson Magic, that's right. Crimson Magic. I don't know that we can let them have part of the name of the Magic, but we'll share some Sooner Magic with the Crimson Tide since they are a Crimson Nation. Yeah, it's a shame I can't sell it, Russell. I'd have been a effing millionaire. And oddly enough, I've grown to what made me a really good salesman. I ended up resenting it once I realized how full of shit corporate America is, and the goofballs with C-suite, you know, positions. And I'm making these dumbasses a whole bunch of money, and they're kissing up, and we're doing the bullshit thing. Oh, your family, until you're not. As it turns out, whenever they decide they want to go in a different direction, guess who doesn't hear shit? Or guess who gets left with the short straw? Yeah, the family, you know. So I don't do that kind of work anymore because I'm not gonna go. I just can't do it. You know, can't do it. So now I work for a buddy of mine selling flooring, making about half of what I used to make. But guess what? I can look at myself in the mirror. I don't get inundated with emails all day long from stupid asses asking me to tell them what we're doing because they don't know shit. And somehow they're the ones running the company. Yeah, no. No more. We're not doing that anymore. I don't know about all that.
The infield single.
But I am Greek. You got that part right. Handsome, I'm not so sure. You know, you can't really polish a turd, Russell. You just can't.
With runners on, 0 for 2 risk, 4 left on base. The one hit with a runner on was the Papillo 2-run homer. And now Rachel Lawson is out to have a strategy session with the defense. Patrick Murphy and Caleb Rowe having a word with Jenna Young and Vandegrift as well. A lot to discuss in this big moment, Allie.
And I think this has been something that the Alabama offense has kind of felt looming. They've had a couple of games, a couple of series where you've seen that runner.
Russell, are you going to be
a little down for them? And so this
are
is a
you
big
going
moment
to be watching the game with us tonight? Hef, are you going to be watching the game with us tonight? Oklahoma plays tonight. Are you joining us tonight? Let's get the sound back.
The plate. A strike to Jenny Young, who's 1 for 2.
Nice.
A single in the second and a strikeout looking on a full count in the fourth. Bunts it. Hindigus, good throw. And Giles stands on second after the sacrifice.
It's a picture-perfect sacrifice bunt by Jenny Young, doing her job, putting that ball down in play, moving the runner over. We talked about it earlier with Kentucky and their sack bunt. It's a low-scoring game. You need to put as many runners in scoring position as you can.
The opportunity's there for the All-American Vandegrift. She's played her best in the last 8 games. 0 for 2 day. A pop out and a K looking. On the year, hitting .324 with runners in scoring position, right around her season average of .320.
And Audrey Vandegrift is no stranger to big moments. She's played in a bunch of them, and she's come up clutch in a bunch of them as well.
High in the sky to left. Oni will make the grab, 2 down.
It's a good pitch there by Hindigus. Audrey Vandegrift made a decent adjustment on that, but just underneath, which causes that very, very tall fly ball to left field.
A couple innings ago, last inning actually, Larissa Pruitt came on as a defensive replacement. Hitting in the 7th spot for Anna Roman, who is 0 for 2 with a K. And the senior out of Hartselle, Alabama, will look to tie this up.
And Marley Giles at second base has some speed to her as well. So even though it's 2 outs, you're going to be 2 outs, 2 bases on the base path. So anything put in play as a base runner, you're thinking scoring.
Hindigus trying to get out of another sticky situation in this game. In play, Blum with the scoop, inning over. Kentucky gets out of the little mini jam, and we go to the 7th. Wildcats up a run.
Hey guys, see anything in the cloud?
What is up, JYK? What's going on, man? We have a ball game. That's right. We have a ball game, man. What do you think about that? Okay. How's that? You woke up early. JYK, are you going to be, I imagine, are you going to be fast asleep tonight? Because we play, oh no, you're waking up now. So we play in 4 hours. So you'll be there. What time is it, JYK? What time is it in Malaysia today? Give us the, what time is it in Malaysia? It's got to be, you've got to be what, 10, 11 hours ahead of us? 12, are you, no, so yeah, 11 hours ahead of us. Is that right? Are you 11 or 13 hours ahead of us? Something like that. All right, man. This is it for Alabama. This is the we got to make something happen.
In the 6th inning, after being outscored in SEC play, 38-4 in that frame, a massive 3-0 edge to have this 1-run lead.
And doing it against one of the best pitching staffs in the nation as well just goes to show the preparation.
Well, I was saying earlier, man, this Kentucky team is scrappy, man.
6-7-8 against Brisky. Clark, Oni,
They're
and
so
Himmert.
scrappy. Yeah, we need to pour it in right now. We need some Sooner magic in the bottom of this inning. Let's share some with our Bama friends.
Clark out towards center
Get
field.
out of here.
Vandergriff watches it
Holy
go.
shit.
Matty Clark's 2nd home run of the year. And Kentucky's got
Oh my
insurance in the
God. I'm in Surrender Cobra. Wow. What in the hell is going on, man? Well, listen, this is actually setting up for some really great magic.
It's really not a
Some
horrible
Sooner
spot on the
magic.
outer half of the dish. It's a little
We're going to
high,
pour
but
it in
does
to our
such a
Alabama
good
brethren.
job of staying inside the ball, being long
This
with
is
her
going to set up for
extension,
some
and driving it over the
unbelievable
fence for only her second
Crimson
home run
magic.
of the season.
It's
You could see her
coming.
Teammates loved
It's
that, not
absolutely
just because
coming.
of the moment, but because of what that means for Clark. A lot of excitement over on the Kentucky side. Now watching as Reagan Oni battles Brisky.
And especially in the 7th inning, knowing that Alabama's the home team, it's really important for Kentucky to put up those insurance runs. And so that swing right there by Matty Clark is not just important for momentum, but insurance for the pitching staff for Sarah Hendigas.
Maybe the Wildcats can get a little more here in the 7th. As we talked about in the 6th, the swings have just been significantly better in the latter stages of this game.
A lot more confident. They're a lot more aggressive. Especially the strike zone today has been a little bit back and forth. So I think you have to take that aggressive approach if you're a hitter.
Two. Taylor. One down.
It's a good bounce back there by Jocelyn Brisky. After you give up the solo shot, the next batter is really important to stop the bleeding, stop the momentum. Good job there.
Ella Emmert got it started in the 6th. A single up the middle. 1 for 2 day. This is in play. Taylor, sidearm throw, brilliant.
It's a really good job there by Ambry Taylor. She's going to see the hop, start charging. Gets it a bit of on the slow mid-hop, but she throws on the run right there. Super athletic play, accurate throw, good stretch by Brooke Wells all the way around. Really good job.
It's been a really special defensive day. Donaldson to right. Pruitt backs up and makes the grab. Side retired. But Kentucky gets the extra run. And now the Wildcats are 3 outs away from evening the series.
Hey guys, See anything in the clouds? That one kind of looks like a cat.
Santa Claus. Wow. Eating a sandwich.
That's specific.
A car that sees what you can't.
Yep, that's it.
How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer.
Who else did we have playing today? Actually, right now we had some pretty. All the teams obviously should be, but we had a couple of good matchups in softball today. Let me see what we got going on. Wow, Duke kicking the ever living daylights out of Boston College, 17-0. Northwestern up on Michigan State, 8-7. Auburn in the top of the fifth. Unranked Auburn in the top of the fifth, leading number 7 Florida on the road, mind you, 2-0. UCLA up 7-0 over Cal. Arizona kicking the crap out of Oklahoma State 9-0, making us look like champs, losing to them in the middle of the week. All right, let's get back to the game.
For her young team to grow up, a chance to show that growth against this Alabama offense, who Sarah Hendiges has shut down pretty much all day. 8-9-1 due up, Hawkins, Johnson, and Papillo.
Sarah Hendiges has been absolutely brilliant in the circle, mixing in that changeup, working it through the zone, but then also expanding the zone when she needs to. If you're the Alabama offense, looking to be a little bit more aggressive, try to pass the bat down.
That'll work. Hawkins out to the gap, and that's all the way to the wall. It's a leadoff double here in the 7th.
And if you're Alabama, this is exactly what you want in this situation. She's going to get this drop ball down in the zone, stays underneath it, inside out this ball, drives it into the gap, trying to get some momentum going for her offense.
Tying run will come to the plate for Alabama, and they will face a new pitcher. An outstanding outing for Sarah Hendiges. It should most certainly be noted. But she'll exit in front of a Rhodes house that's getting a little rowdier. And we'll tell you about the new pitcher, Mackenzie Oslanzi, when we come back.
You guys, see anything in the clouds? That one kind of looks like a cat.
Santa Claus. Wow. Eating a sandwich.
That's specific.
A car that sees what you can't.
Yep, that's it.
How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Are we human? Or are we dancer? My sign is vital. My hands are cold. And I'm on my knees looking for the answer. Are we human? Or are we dancer?
Done for Sarah Hendiges, but she was phenomenal in the circle for the Wildcats today.
Absolutely, and her changeup was just on fire, placing that for strikes, getting a bunch of strikeouts looking, and then also mixing it up with her drop in the zone as well. Really beautiful work by Sarah Hendiges.
After the leadoff double in the 7th, though, the Wildcats will make a change. You see the line for Hendiges, 6 Ks, 5 of those were looking. Now the junior transfer out of Eastern Illinois, Mackenzie Oslanzi, comes in. Tying run at the plate, nobody out. Hard foul ball by Lauren Johnson.
And Mackenzie Oslanzi is going to be a little bit of a different pitcher than Hendiges was. She's going to be faster in the zone, throwing 60 to 70 miles per hour. She really uses that changeup when she's ahead in the count, but she relies on that drop, that rise, and that curveball. But I think the ticket here for Alabama is trying to adjust to that velocity early.
Last year's Ohio Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year, first season in Lexington. Johnson has hit the ball well. A fly out in the third, a single in the fifth. As her sister Jenna watches on.
This is a big at bat for the Crimson Tide, knowing that you have Alexis Papillo on deck, who had previously gone yard in this game, trying to pass it down, get more runs aboard.
Got away. Hawkins to third. Full count.
That's a great take there by Lauren Johnson. Emmert behind the dish. She's in an interesting position in her frame. She's got one leg fully kicked out. So when you go to block, it's a really hard position to get down in front of. Goes to pick that one and just misses it a little bit.
Over to short. Hawkins stays where she is. One down. And up comes Alexis Papillo, who had that two-run homer her last time up.
Alexis Papillo gets this drop ball down in the zone. Now, Hendiges is going to throw a little bit slower, but the bread and butter of Oslanzi is that drop ball again. So if you're Alexis Papillo, you're looking to keep that same tilt, that same hinge, try to get underneath something here.
How aggressive are you being if you're Kentucky? And weighing the possibility of putting the tying run on base versus giving Papillo anything juicy to hit.
Well,
all right, let's go, Bama.
Well behind her in the order, who has been clutch for the Crimson Tide already this year. So it's really tough to pitch around her. I think what Oslanzi's doing here with just kind of nibbling at the corners is the exact thing you want to do. Make it close enough. It could be called, it could be not. See if you can just get her to swing at something a little bit outside of her zone.
Late swing, 2-1. Alabama today 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, 5 left on. The one hit with a runner on was by Papillo. Two and two.
I think now that you're even in the count for Oslanzi, this is when you start to expand the zone a little bit. Push the boundaries of where you're placing your pitches.
Another full count. Ball 4. Here comes the winning run.
Come on, Bama.
A really mature at bat by Alexis Papillo. Took the swings when she needed to, fouled some pitches off, and then was also patient enough to know not let that moment get too big. Have to get some credit to Emmert behind the dish too.
Well, I was talking about Schooner Magic for the Crimson Nation.
With a runner on third when it really matters.
Come on, Bama.
Blocking that ball up, keeping the run from scoring.
Rachel Lawson is chatting with Tatum Stolting, and we're going to see another pitching change for the Wildcats. two batters for Oslanzi. And last night's starter, Abby Hammond, will come in. We'll tell you about her next. Kentucky up 2.
Hey guys, see anything in the clouds?
Well, looks like Alabama's doing just like I said. Little magic in the bottom of the 7th. This is shaping up to be a nice comeback win for the Crimson Tide. Clinched the series against Alabama. They run-ruled Kentucky last night. Are you kidding me? It's going to shape up nicely. How are we feeling? Y'all think this is going to happen? Is Bama going to pull this off? They got runners on the corners. The winning run is at the plate. Man, you want to talk about it now. If the Sooner love is really going to rub off, this is going to be a walk-off home run. I mean, how many times have we seen that from our girls at Oklahoma? Just too many to count, quite frankly. So it's going to be interesting to see, can Alabama do it in style with the walk-off? I'm calling it. I'm calling it. And it's going to be from an unlikely hero.
Hammond will come on to try and get the final 2 outs. The Lexington, Kentucky native looking to finish this one off.
And yesterday did a pretty good job. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 70 pitches, 7 hits given up. Only 3 base on balls and 4 Ks though, but what she's going to do well is she's going to work that drop, the changeup. She'll work a little bit east and west with her screw and her curveball. But the big difference here is the velo, 62 to 65 versus Oslanzi before was thrown in the upper 70s. Try to just mix speeds here.
Tying run on base. Here's Brooke Wells. Strike foul.
Oh, Lord.
19 homers does Wells on the year, and number 19 came last night.
And this was on a drop ball that she's just stayed inside and stayed in her legs. And what's really impressive is a drop ball to drive opposite field over the fence. That takes so much raw power. And Brooke Wells, with those 19 home runs, she has it.
2 walks and a K today.
I think y'all are ahead. I don't know what's going on. I'm actually just watching the stream.
Kentucky
right here.
Trying to snap an 18-game SEC play losing streak. 4 runs in the last 2 innings have built this lead.
Come on, Bama.
Alabama trying to keep pace with Oklahoma in the standings. Wells to right, that's down. Papillo stops at second, and Alabama is a run closer.
Very nice.
Wells doing a really good job of getting this drop ball on the outer
Very
edge,
nice.
zone, but once again stays in her legs, not trying to do too much with this, knowing that she needs to pass the bat down and continue it to keep it going for her team. A really
You just
good
know
pitching
Kentucky's
by
choking
Brooke
this
Wells.
away. You know that's going to happen.
Tying run in scoring position, winning run at first for the freshman Ambry Taylor.
All right, this would be your unlikely candidate to hit the home run right here.
Taylor
All
is
this
over.
earlier.
A couple Ks.
Come
looking.
on.
A hard line out to third base in the 5th.
She's another one with a ton of power, 9 home runs on the season.
Oh. Oh.
I think this is a moment where you try to just pass it down, try not to be swinging too big, try not to be the one that's looking to put it over the scoreboard, but just continue to keep the at-bats going for your team.
They are not sisters, JYK.
Changeup is a ball, 3-0.
That is not Kendall's sister. Amanda Wells is not her sister.
This pitch here by Hammond, just a little bit low, maybe mix the bottom of the zone, but still a really good spot.
They're loaded.
Oh.
The freshman draws a walk, and here comes the senior, Marley Giles.
And I mean,
Come
for
on.
sure at bat,
Grand slam fashion right here.
especially since she had 2 strikeouts earlier in the game, to be able to calm yourself down in this big moment and wait for your perfect pitch. And when you don't get it, just take your walk to first base. A really good at bat there.
Alabama
Marley
fans
Giles,
getting rowdy.
1 for 3 today. Last night, she had a big home run for the Tide.
Another drop ball down in the zone that she goes down to get. Marley Giles has been working on keeping her hands inside the ball this year, and you see it there in her swing. Another opportunity here for the senior, having her best season yet so far.
4 career hits for Giles against Kentucky. 3 have been home runs. And a pinch runner for the Tide at second, the freshman Garrett Griggs.
That's a bit of a crazy stat poll. 4 hits against Kentucky and 3 have been out of the park.
On the year, hitting 400 with the bases loaded, and now Rachel Lawson wants to
That's
chat.
right, JYK.
And Hammond, the freshman in the circle, you can feel the crowd starting to get into it. You can feel the Rhodes House starting to get up and loud. This is a good opportunity for the freshmen to get that experience, to feel those emotions that Coach Lawson had been talking to us about earlier.
A chance for the freshman in the circle to truly grow up with the bases loaded and 1 out, facing the Alabama senior.
Oh, come on. You got to be
Here,
kidding.
Marley Giles.
All right, Alabama, let's get it going right here. Let's go, Alabama, right here.
Two back-to-back really good pitches by Hammond. That changeup that she threw in there for a strike and then goes down and away with that drop ball. Back-to-back really good spots there.
The 2-2. Giles to
Yes!
Was it caught? Yes! The third of
Oh,
first
wow.
in time,
Holy
but Plus
shit.
just secured out number
Wow.
2.
Wow.
And they may be taking a look at this, but Marley Giles doing a great job putting the ball in play, getting below that drop ball. A great defensive play, though, out in right field. This is a bit of a shoestring grab.
Oh, yeah, she caught that.
Right by her feet. Now, Alabama got a little lucky here. Base runners for sure thought that was going to drop. You had a couple people way off the bag.
Wow, that was a
there.
great catch.
Alabama got a little lucky that that wasn't a double play.
Well, the problem here, if you check our old friend Appendix G, number 9, bullet point C.
Alabama would like to challenge the catch, no catch in the outfield. The call on the field is out. The call is under further review.
Point number 9, point C, a called catch on a fair ball in the infield is not reviewable at any time, and any catch or no catch in the outfield is reviewable at any time. So the question would be, if this is overturned into a no catch, what do you do with the runners?
That's a good question.
This is an element that's been added to the replay list this year.
Oh my God. Goodness gracious. I think that may have bounced.
That is a no catch.
Wow.
But to your point, what do you do with the base runners? Because that's an evolving play.
Wow.
And the other thing too is the base runners had to hesitate a little bit, thinking that there may have been a catch, may not have been a catch. So in real life, if that play were to have played out, would there have been an opportunity for a play at the plate? Would there have been an opportunity for a play at a different base? There's so many different question marks in a review like this.
This is a fascinating decision that Birmingham will have to make. It looked from our first glance like this is a no catch.
You think you just move everybody up one base?
I'll pull out the rule book again.
The trusty, dusty rule book. Here we go. Man, I really can't tell.
This is the Hawkeye look. I mean, it really does look to me like it skips into the glove. It's a great effort by Plotz. The question is, I'm not in the room. The crowd certainly isn't in the room.
Is it enough evidence?
And Rachel Lawson's doing what we're doing, rule book out, probably asking the same question we are. If this is changed to a no catch, what do you do with the runners?
Let's look at Appendix G in our trusty rule book.
There's a scenario here where the game might be over. I'm not sure. But if they, for some reason, wanted to give an extra base to the runner that would have been at third, now I don't think that's what the call would be if this is changed to a no catch.
But once again, there's so many question marks in this play.
I think the safest assumption, if this is changed, would be no catch, bases loaded, one out.
After further review, the call on the field is a no catch. All runners advance one base.
Is that the ball game? No, just one base. It's tied, and Alabama loves it, and Kentucky is not pleased.
The alumni deck out there, super excited for that one, but they did confirm the runners will move up one base. But what's interesting is as you look at this play, if they would have called this a no catch on the field, there may have been some opportunities for other plays there for Kentucky because the base runners were confused too. They were off. You could see Ambry Taylor there kind of looking to go back. And so if that's ruled a no catch on the field, Kentucky could have had an opportunity to get it out at a different base.
I think that's probably what Rachel Lawson is having a word with Tatum Stolting about. Again, a commendable effort by Plotz and Wright to make that close at all. It'll go down as an RBI single for Giles. Bases loaded, one out for the reigning SEC Player of the Week, Jenna Young.
A clutch piece of hitting, a really good defensive effort.
All right.
Just a very interesting play and an interesting review.
All right, this is where we got at least tied. We're tied here. I have a feeling this game is over. Obviously,
I learned something new.
Unless they get a double play, but Kentucky's got to be pissing down that pant leg right now.
Today, hitting .542 in the last 12, Jenna Young.
And we talked earlier, she's made some of those swing changes.
We got 25 people here on YouTube and 11 on X. Hit that like and subscribe button if you don't mind. That really helps us out. We appreciate you joining us on a Saturday afternoon.
that off speed.
Come back to the Outlaw Sports Network tonight
Briggs is the runner
as we will be watching the Oklahoma Sooners try to clinch the series at home against Arkansas.
Oh and 2. What a strikeout for Hammond.
Damn
2
it.
down.
Absolute beautiful placement here by Hammond. She's going to go to this drop ball in the outer half, but she sets this up with 2 rise balls outside before this. So Jenna Young is going to be out on her front foot. She's going to be off time and on top of that drop ball in the zone.
Last night, Audrey Vandegrift ended the game in the sixth, I should say, with a walk-off 3-run homer. She's up with the bases loaded.
Come on, Alabama. Yeah.
Tough play at short. Clark to first.
Oh, she's safe. That's ball game.
Alabama walks it
A
off.
little Crimson Magic on loan from the Sooners. You're very welcome, Crimson Tide. We love you. We love you. Wow. Wow. Poor Kentucky, man. Kentucky is the best team with a record like they've got in the country.
And
I'm
what a moment
convinced.
for Audrey Vandegrift.
They're so much better than their
Using
record,
her
man.
speed,
They
knowing
are
that
so
if she
much
puts
better
the
than
ball
that
in
record.
play, she's going to make something
Unbelievable
happen.
to me. Unbelievable to
See the
me.
numbers there. Alabama taking their first 6 SEC series wins since 2012.
Kentucky,
You'll see here, Audrey Vandegrift. is
one
off
game
speed,
over
not
500,
doing too much,
24
trusting
losses
her
this team.
speed, knowing that if she puts pressure on the
24
defense,
losses.
she can make something happen, and that's just a really, really tough play for Clark there. Having to go to a
Unbelievable.
backhand on somebody as speedy as
Unbelievable.
Vandegrift.
Y'all bear with me for a
The
second.
Alabama Crimson Tide.
Alabama today, 4 hits with runners on. 3 of them came in the 7th inning. Capped off by the RBI single by Audrey Vandegrift. Alabama takes the series. The alumni getting greeted by the Tide players. And we'll chat with the hero on the other side as Alabama wins it 5-4.